I feel like I've been waving for 5 minutes. Hello, everybody. It's me, Jessica, your health fitness program manager from McLean. I'm looking forward to guiding you through today's Tabata HIIT circuit. We're going to go for some super Tabata work, and we're starting in 2 minutes. I recommend for today's class that you have either a block, bam, or I also have a medicine ball. If you don't have a medicine ball, but you have just like a bouncy ball, like a nice big squishy bouncy ball at home, that would be great. If you don't have any of that, just like bring a rolled up towel as a solid option. If you want to get a little bit more engagement through those lats and into your shoulder for one of our moves, you can also go ahead and bring a nice lightweight. I have my lightweights right here down on the floor. We're going to have fun. Highly recommend having some water. I'm going to go grab some water for myself. Happy Monday, everybody. It's a holiday. Some people have off today. Not that I'm jealous. But hey, maybe you're someone who has off today and you're still here joining me for this workout, which I think is super awesome. I've been so thankful for the people I still got to meet with this morning for our meetings who took the time to get up and do something. Being a little active just feels good. All right, I'm just going to check on things here on the interweb real fast, make sure we're streaming properly. And then we've got about 1 minute until we warm up. Come on, interwebs. There we are. All right, yay, it's a Monday. I'm wearing my favorite shirt. It's going to be a great day. I'm pretty excited. This week is also my dad's birthday. And as many of you know who might have been following me this past year, it's been a real tough year with my family. My dad, I'm so thrilled to say, has survived cancer. So I'm really, really excited about celebrating his birthday in 2022. But let's take this time and just move so that we can continue to be healthy and feel good. All right, starting off my favorite normal way, we're just going to get some nice lateral side to side step taps. Give yourself some shoulder rolls. Maybe separate those shoulder rolls into some individual sexy shoulder rolls, whatever feels good for you. Go ahead, take about one more time in each direction and then change direction of your shoulder rolls. I feel like this is good practice for my future idea of a great Halloween costume. If we're ever allowed out again, I'd love to be Robert Palmer girls. So let's keep working out so that we look good and our black dresses playing those guitars. Okay. Go ahead, plant your feet nice and wide. Let's take a nice couple of big breaths just to get into those lats as well. So bend your knees, inhale those arms all the way up, exhale. Ooh, relax your arms down by your side. 2 more times. Nice big breaths, moving through the full length of your breath. One more time. This time, keep those arms up overhead. Keep stretching your right hand up towards the ceiling. Relax your left hand down. Reach over to the right side of the room. Inhale back up through center. Exhale. Left side of the room. Take your time, just moving with your breath. A little bit to each side. I know I'm still feeling a little tightness in my one shoulder. So just finding the range of motion and what feels good for your body today. Awesome. Let's go ahead and actually open those toes out, open your knees out a little bit wider. We're going to go for a couple sumo squats here just to really warm the body up. We don't have any actual squats to do today, so this is great. Weight in your heels. I'm going to exhale to power up, inhale to go on down. I'm really working to send those knees out towards the side while keeping that chest nice and lifted. I hope I didn't say how many we were going to do because I was thinking about 5, but now we're going to go for 5 more. So 5, squeeze at the top, 4. So make sure you're controlling on the way down and also really squeezing on the way up for 2, This time, let's stay down here, pulse it out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax and release your hands down towards the floor. Turn those toes forward. You can take a little shake through those glutes. Go ahead, bend one knee. I'm bending my right knee. I'm sending my glutes towards the back of the room to come into a nice little side lunge. Take notice of what's happening with your upper body. So if you're really rounded here through the upper body, can you bring that chest a little bit more forward? Find a slightly flatter back. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, come into that nice big side lunge on the opposite side. Now we're just going to walk ourselves from one side to the other, just gently warming up those inner thighs. Let's get one more time in each direction. And then we'll take a nice quick little stretch for those inner thighs. So after you've hit that third time, 3 times on each side, walk your hands back through center. Gently turn your toes out again. Bend your knees. Come on down to that squat and transfer your hands or maybe your elbows towards your thighs. Go ahead. Oh, press those hands or elbows into your inner thighs. Take a little focus more on one side and then the other. And then give yourself a couple cat-cows right here. Just separating those shoulder blades, finding some manipulation of that low back. And slowly take your time. Let's roll it all the way up. Awesome. Give me a little jog in place or a boxer shuffle. Boxer shuffles are hard to do when you're on top of your mat. Awesome. So we're just working to get those heart rates up a little bit here before we get started. The first move that we're going to do today is going to be a step tap, step double tap. I know we've done this one before. It's been a long time. So you're going to go ahead, plant your feet firmly below you. Keep your chest nice and lifted. Take a slight bend of your knees. We're going to tap to the side, bring it back in. See, I lied. There are totally squats today. Squat a little bit lower and double tap out to the side. So a nice high tappa and then lower tappa, tappa. You're going to really feel that firing through this right side glute. Let me just start a timer so that I don't keep you guys here much longer than 30 minutes. Let me just check on this timer. All right, so today we're working with a nice long interval, 40 seconds of work, but then you get 20 seconds of rest. I'm going to encourage you during those 20 seconds of rest to find a way to keep moving. Maybe give yourself some nice hip circles because we're going to be doing a lot of work that's going to require some knee drives today. That's going to be working into those hips. All right, so we're going to stick with the same side for our tappa, tappa, tappas twice, and then we'll switch to the other side. So whichever side you would like to start with. If you need to put your hands on something for a little bit of balance, absolutely go for it and move at the pace that is right for you in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So coming down into a small squat to begin with, we tap to the side, we bring it back in, lower down, tappa, tappa, up, tap, lower down, tappa, tappa. I want you, as you're finding these taps, to explore how much can you keep your upper body lifted. So as I'm tapping out towards the side, whoa, I'm doing my best to not lose that balance. So maybe that means that your little squat is not quite as deep as mine or someone else in the room with you. But as you start to warm up, maybe you are able to get a little bit lower in that squat. Make sure that you have the weight in your heels. Don't let it creep up too much. Oh, take a break into the ball of the foot. Maybe you give yourself a little tappa, tappa, tappa in that glute just to relax it a little bit. Maybe you're giving yourself some hip circles. Maybe you've got some music on right now and you're just dancing and enjoying yourself between the moves. We're going to do the same leg one more time. Here we go. So tap out to the side, lower down, tappa, tappa. So here we're getting a little bit of a side lunge and a single leg squat. You can do what feels right with your hands. I like to keep my hands up by my chest, because that encourages me to keep that chest lifted. But maybe you want to bring your hands to your waist. Woo! Because that's just what feels right for you today. This helps me to keep my back engaged and open. Oh my gosh, we got just about 5 seconds left. That standing, stabilizing quad and glutes are burning. Oh, we made it. Awesome. Shake it out. Wow, that feels so good. All right, we got 2 times on one side. We're going to get 2 times on the other side. So just move to the opposite side of your mat space. We start in 3, 2, 1. So firmly plant that foot, slight bend in your knee, tap, bigger bend in your knee, tappa, tappa, lifted, tap, lower, tappa, tappa. As you get that lower tappa, tappa, can you even reach your leg a little bit further to the side? And if you haven't been here, when I talk about how this reminds me of one of my favorite episodes of The Simpsons, when Lisa is learning how to dance and they're just going tappa, 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 tappa. Because life is 100% The Simpsons. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of time before we all recreate each scene. How's that glute feeling? Mine is feeling alive on a Monday. All right, take a break. So we're getting some good drives right now to the side with the bent knee. For our next move, we're going to get some forward and cross body knee drives. One more time with that same leg working in 3, 2, 1. Find that little squat, tappa. Find that bigger squat, tappa, tappa. Tappa, tappa, tappa. Are you really exploring that range of motion, both with this leg that's extending and working that stabilizing glute? Make sure your knee is not coming too far past your toe here, so you're really sending those hips behind you. I am feeling this. I hope you're feeling it too. We got 10 seconds left. If you find you need to take a little bit more of a break, take a quick break, shake it out, and come right back into the movement as you can for 3, 2, 1. I'm going to finish that out. We made it. Shake it out. Grab a quick sip of water if you want. I'm going to grab a quick sip of water because it is dry as the Sahara in here. We got 1 move down, 4 moves to go. We're going to switch things up a little bit for this next one. Sticking with one leg for all 4 rounds, and then we're going to switch to the opposite leg. We're going to change the move up many times. Our starting move is just going to be kind of running in place, a knee drive, bringing that knee straight up in front of you. Now, it's up to you. I would say try to gently tap that toe down on the floor. Maybe you even come into a little bit of a lunge here. If you want to add an extra challenge, you can also, as you're running in place, add in a little bit of a hop. That's going to be move number 1. And then we're going to just gently change that move to a little bit more of a cross body crunch. But let's find that running in place action first in 3, 2, 1. Begin. So just finding that forward knee drive. There's still a slight bend in my standing leg. And if this feels too easy for you, add in that hop. Maybe you add in the hop every time. I like to add in a hop every other time. So opposite arm is moving with opposite leg. This is going to happen a lot today. Keep that core drawn in for some stability and make sure that you're landing as quietly as possible. So you've really got that quad and glute engaged to help you control through this motion for 3, 2, 1. We made it. All right, same leg is going to continue to drive, but this time we're turning it into a cross body standing crunch. I'm just going to shake it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So maybe you're going to move nice and slow. I want you to think about using that exhale as much as possible to find this crossbody crunch. Or maybe you can find a little bit more of a continuous move. As you can see, I'm just gently tapping that toe down towards the floor as quietly as possible. Shh. This is a great workout if you happen to have a neighbor downstairs who does not appreciate your jumping, like me, but you still want to work nice and hard. You got 8 seconds left right here. Find that rotation through your core. Oh, we're amazing. We're going to come on down to the floor next. We've got single-sided bird dog. So if you can't tell, I'm working to make these moves more challenging as we go through the circuit. So same leg that was driving is now going to do an elbow to knee crunch right underneath of the body. Go ahead and begin. And if you need an extra second to bring it down and reset your flat spine, that's great. If you can just keep going, that's awesome too. You're doing what works for you and your body today. Challenge that glute by working to bring that leg, your heel in line with your glute, maybe even a little bit higher. But you're intentionally like trying to press against each wall and using that exhale to bring your elbow and knee together. For 5, 4, 3, 2, oh, we made it. All right, last move is a single leg mountain climber. We're gonna do our best. Can you do this one from a plank? If not, you can stay right here in tabletop and just work to drive that knee towards your tricep. Ready? Here we go. Maybe if you're doing that mountain climber, oh, that does not feel good for me. You're going to go for a little bit of cross body action underneath of you. We're reaching that halfway point. So try one more time if you, like me, came on down into that tabletop. How many times can you get a mountain climber while you're in plank? Maybe you need to bring that knee back down towards the floor because you're being smart for your body today. But how many times can you get back up into that plank? Oh, we made it through one side. We're so good. Let's go ahead, stand up. We're going to do the same 4 moves on the other side, starting with running in place. Grab that quick sip of water if you want. As soon as this timer finishes beeping, we're coming into our opposite leg. Glug, 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 glug. Keep those sips small. You're going to have plenty of time to continue hydrating when we finish in just about 15 minutes. I know. 20 minutes? I can't count. 15 minutes. All right. So let's go ahead and get that opposite arm, opposite leg in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So remember, you're working to bring that toe quietly towards the floor behind you. No slamming. And if you're ready for a little bit extra, you're finding a hop, maybe a hop every time, maybe a hop every other time, maybe a hop every third time. You're just bringing a little bit of challenge for yourself today. And you're still breathing. How's that quad feel? Engaged, right? Woo! 10 seconds left. Oh, great work. Take a moment, shake it out, maybe some hip circles, maybe some dancing, maybe just marching in place. We're going to get that elbow to knee crunch in just a second. Technically in 3, 2, 1, right now. So again, working to bring that toe carefully and quietly to the floor. Use that exhale each time your elbow and knee come close to each other. If they don't touch, that's okay. Try and keep that chest lifted though, as opposed to crunching down, finding any pain in that lower back. You're driving your knee to your elbow, not the elbow to the knee. Knee to elbow. 10 seconds left. Woo! Keep going. You're worth it. Whatever pace you're moving is the right pace. Doing something is where we're at. Oh, we made it. Oh my gosh. Wow. All right. So next up, we get to come on down to the floor. We got our half bird dog. Same leg that's been moving is the leg you're going to extend behind you. Try and touch both walls. It can be imaginary. In 3, 2, 1. Press into those hands palms. Make sure that back is engaged. You're not sinking into your shoulders. And really work to find each move. So you're finding the extension here through your heel And you're finding that elbow to knee crunch with your exhale. And remember, if you need to take a second, if your balance feels really off, to restabilize through tabletop, that's fine. Maybe you're just getting the knee action here, and that's okay too. Maybe you're just doing that arm action to get a little bit more of that upper back. Yay, you're amazing. We got one more move in this plank position. It's our final mountain climber on this side. So challenge yourself, try to press up into that plank as much as you can. In 3, 2, 1, begin. So same leg is driving forward the whole time. Remember, you can take it into a crossbody crunch if you want. You can take it nice and wide. I'm going to take a second and bring that opposite knee down towards the floor just to mentally reset and then come back into that plank. Because the only way to get good at mountain climbers is to actually practice them. Isn't that a bummer? Can you believe it? No, honestly, it's a great thing. It's a great thing that there are still moves that we can find challenging. We made it. So that we can work on that and then rock something else out and just continue to amaze ourselves. All right, so next up, we're going to go for a little single-sided dead bug. So still working within those knee drives. We're going to lay down on our backs. Oh, and if you want, you can bring a light weight with you. I know this is not my great shoulder, so I'm going to bring the lightest weight I have. Awesome. And I brought my block along as well. If you don't happen to have a block, you can use a towel. We're just looking to apply some pressure of the hands and leg that are not moving towards each other. If this is already too much on your lower back and you feel your lower back coming up off the floor, I want you to just bring that opposite knee down towards the floor, and you're just going to work within one arm and one leg. Otherwise, let's continue to challenge those abs and get a single-legged dead bug with a little elbow to knee crunch. Isn't that so much fun? And if you want to hold on to something a little bit heavier, like that medicine ball, pushing that medicine ball is just going to make you fire up those abs even more to stay in control. Right, Fred? Right. All right. The side starts in 3, 2, 1, begin. So you're bringing that heel as close to the floor as you can while you extend that arm overhead without allowing your lower back to lift up off of the mat. It has just come to my attention that I wrote too many exercises into today's workout. Oh, bummer, Jessica. That means that we're just going to have to mix things up a little bit, because I still want for us to do everything that I said that we were going to do. Woo! Awesome. Take a break. And the good news, bad news is we're still going to get one more round of this on the same side, but we're going to cut back a little bit on our push-ups and on our final round of sit-ups. Okay? I'm sure you're okay with that. All right, same side starts in just about 5 seconds. So set yourself up, glue that lower back towards the mat, find that pressure of your hands against your prop or just against your thigh. Oof, if you didn't bring that prop, it's just going to help you to engage through those abs a little bit more while you're applying that pressure of your one hand against your knee region. Ooh, where are you feeling this right now? For me, the most tired part is honestly quads, a little bit of that upper ab. Ooh, tired. Yay, that was the last time on that side. We're going to switch sides now. I'm going to try and use this medicine ball, but I know that my shoulder is sore. So if I need to let it go, that's totally fine. It's a can do. Whatever you can do, you must. You ready? Begin. So maybe you move a little bit slower as you get started on this opposite side. Both sides of the body are not the same. So just seeing what works for you today. I love taking the time to get a little bit of unilateral movement though, because that way we are strengthening both sides. We're not just letting our dominant side do the work for us through any of the moves. Woo! Make sure you're not holding your breath. Exhaling on the most difficult part, that extension. Take that quick break. 20 whole seconds of break. Doesn't that feel good? Maybe you're windshield wiping your legs. Maybe you're just finding some stillness and breath. We start again in 3, 2, 1. So begin. Remember, if you have to bring the soles of the feet down towards the floor, you can always bring your stabilized leg down for a little bit more support. That's another great way to really start with control, firing up those abs. Already just having one leg staying in tabletop is some work. So be proud of yourself. Whatever it is that you're bringing to your mat today, it is your workout. Honor yourself. Quad, 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 quad. Oh my gosh, we made it. All right. Yay. We got one last move, everybody. One last move. Let's finish strong. By one last move, I mean one last round, in which we're actually going to do 3 different moves. All right. So the first move that we're going to go for is a triple pause push-up. When you get to the very bottom, I'm going to ask you to give me a Superman. I'm going to turn just a little bit. Sorry for sticking my bum in your face, but I want you to be able to see what happens with my upper body. All right, so we're going to go down for 3, 3, 2, 1. As you get to the bottom, arms extend forward, lift up that upper body in a Superman. You can bring your legs along for the ride, or you can keep them planted on the floor, bring them back forward, and then press yourself back up, and then we'll go back into that push-up. We're going to do that 2 times. You ready? In 3, 2, 1, begin. So find those 3 pauses. Pause 3 times. On your way down, extend those arms in front of you. Find a big row. Extend those arms forward again. Bring them under your hands. Push yourself up and then come on down for 3, 2, 1. All the way down. Extend, row, forward, back to your push-up. Whew. I do not have a lot of space here. But you know what? We're doing the best with the space that we have. And I'm just going to rotate for that next round. Make sure you're finding those 3 pauses on the way down. Find that big row. Awesome. All right, take a quick break. Maybe give yourself a little child's pose here to stretch through the shoulders and the low back. Maybe come on up into tabletop. Give yourself a couple cat-cows to separate through those shoulder blades. We're going to do that same thing. 3 pauses on the way down and then a Superman. Here we go. So down, 2, 3. Woo, extend, row, extend, push up. How much of this can you do on your toes? I know that I'm not quite ready to lower myself in my push-up on my toes, but I can press myself back up into that plank form and then release knees down towards the floor. Whoa! Shoulders! They're getting some work right now. Last 5 seconds. You are so worth this. You're welcome that you only have to do 2 rounds of this. You're so welcome. Awesome. Let's go ahead, turn over onto your back. Last of the ab engaged moves, hitting a little bit more into those obliques. We're going to keep the soles of the feet planted down towards the floor. I'm going to ask you to turn your palms to face up towards the ceiling. Lower back sees down, lift up those shoulders, and find 2 exhales as you reach to tap each heel, or however far forward you can reach. So if you can't quite reach your heel, that's okay. And if you can reach further than it, I want you to find that extra little push. There's a nice C curve through your upper back here. So chin is gently tucked towards that chest. Keep that core pulled in as much as you can. You got 10 seconds left right here. Then we're going to open up those hips get a little bit of a hip opener as well in our last move of the day. Lower yourself down, bring the soles of the feet together, allow those knees to fall out wide. I pressed into the sides of my feet to lift my glutes so that they were relaxed. And from here, we're just going to reach up and find a nice little pulsing crunch to finish. You might find you need to bring your legs a little further away from center. Let's go for it. Feeling that great stretch on your inner thighs because we worked them in that first move while you got those tapas going. And maybe you hold for an extra second in your exhale right here as you reach, or maybe you want to challenge yourself extra at the end, bringing those heels gently in towards the center line as you find this crunch, 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 crunch. Woo, we're almost there. We made it. Go ahead, plant those feet down on the floor, open your legs a little bit wider, just windshield wipe your legs from right to left. Nice. So my legs are nice and wide, matched with distance apart, so I can keep this 90-90 angle with my legs. Let's go ahead, let them drop to one side. Take a little bit of a spine twist right here. Nice spine twist, nice stretch into those obliques and up towards the lats. Oh, ow. You can even reach those arms up overhead for a little extra stretch through that upper body. Bring those knees back to center and allow the legs to drop over to the opposite side. Work on slowing your breath down here to bring that heart rate back down. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Press your lower back down towards the mat. Decompress through your shoulders for a moment. Stretch your elbows towards your hips. And then we're going to gently rock ourselves up to a seated position and then turn over. A quick little cat-cow, separating through those shoulder blades, really pushing into your hands' palms. Maybe you shake your cat's tail. Maybe you shake your cat's shoulders. Feel free to do the same as you come into cow. Just finding what feels good. A little shaking can really help loosen some things up. And the good news, bad news, y'all, is that's all the time that we have for today. I encourage you to take a couple moments extra if you have them right now or later to find a few more stretches. You can always take some figure 4 stretches while you're sitting at your desk, maybe giving yourself a couple calf raises after your next email. Let's let this be the week that after we send at least one email today, we take the time to give ourselves a neck stretch or a shoulder stretch or a spine twist from the chair. All right, I pressed myself up into down dog just in case you don't have your eyes on me, and pedaling through those heels to find that nice stretch through the calves. And then as you're ready, walk your hands to your feet or your feet to your hands. Take a moment in your dangle. Come back to your breath. Enjoy the stretch through the low back, through the hamstrings. And then when you're ready, slowly roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time. At the top, big inhale, send your arms up. Exhale, send them down. And one more time, one more big breath. Yay! I'm so glad you came and joined me today. I hope that you had a good time too. I hope that you felt worked. I know I felt that workout making a difference. So keep coming back. Let's change ourselves from the inside out together. If you have any questions or concerns about anything that I said I did, I know you'll reach out, and I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday for our core and stretch. Also, keep an eye and ear out for those in-person classes returning both at Bedford and McLean. And have a wonderful rest of your day, everybody.